What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So in the last video's comment section, or one of the last videos, someone had commented for me to do a Las Vegas expansion rebuild and got a lot of likes on it. So here I am doing what the comment section wants. We did one back in January, but we did it with 36 teams. Today we're just doing it with the simple 32 team expansion idea that could happen in real life in the future. So let's go ahead and jump in and bring this team to Las Vegas and do this Las Vegas expansion rebuild in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells about 57% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you do fall in that 57%, want to change that, that'd be greatly appreciated as we're on the road to 50,000 subs. Now, I actually recorded this video earlier this morning. But I kind of hated how it turned out. I was really stressed out this morning, and I still did the video, and it didn't go well. So here I am, 12 hours later, doing it again late at night. But I just felt it was necessary to redo it. You guys will never see that video ever because I just didn't like how it turned out. But and I was very distracted with something that was going on. But regardless, as usual, we skip past the draft, and we get straight into what did the GM draft us, right? So we'll take a look at that in just a second. Of course, we've got to load the draft class. I also have to start with using all 30 teams because some of the guys that 2K protects makes no sense. Like in the last video that you didn't see, that you're not going to see, like Devin Booker wasn't protected. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Things like that are stuff that happened. We're the Las Vegas Venom. So here is what our roster is looking like to start this rebuild. Let's see if we have any long-term pieces. And we have Malik Beasley, Fred VanVleet's horrible. Oh my gosh, we got Jerami Grant's terrible contract. Oh gosh, that's gonna be brutal. Audasumu, Champagny, Makovic, Ben Simmons, Keon Johnson-Okoro, Isaiah Jackson, Diabate, Haywood Highsmith, Mogba. Okay, it's not horrible. We got some young, intriguing pieces, but don't love that we got their Jerami Grant contract. But I think that's the only bad one we got, thankfully. I know Fred VanVleet's is bad, and obviously Ben Simmons is gone, but both of them have outs, which is great. We have Okoro, who is a nice piece, I guess. Dosunmu, Haywood Highsmith, Devin Carter. Let's go ahead and, I guess, look at the rotation. So, Fred VanVleet, Malik Beasley, Audasumu, Julian Champagny, or sorry, just Champagny, Carlo Makovic, Jerami Grant, Ben Simmons, Okoro, and Keon Johnson and Haywood Highsmith will be our rotation for this season. Now, I would say getting like Devin Carter and Mogbo minutes could be interesting. So, I'm going to actually throw in Devin Carter and over Haywood Highsmith. Probably won't see me do anything for this season. I would be fine if we just tanked the season away and had a good draft pick to start this rebuild off. That'll obviously be the most ideal situation if we can make that happen. But yeah, we'll rock with this. So we'll see how this season goes. Expectation is, based off what I'm looking at, this team should be pretty horrible, and that's the hope. So the one challenge we will have that I already see, obviously, is the Jerami Grant contract. But we'll do our best to get rid of it. Maybe we find a way to get rid of it on draft night or something. But we'll see. Also, we'll see how he does in the season, because technically we've restarted the season with his expansion. So Grant isn't like super mid, basically, like he is in real life right now. But let's go ahead and see how the season goes with our first expansion team here. So Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Sar is your Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook, 6-man Women Defensive Player as well. Champagny, of all people, wins Most Improved, which I'm a little surprised by that, but I guess he jumped up enough, which is cool to see. Wembanyama, Clutch Player. Also, did he win 3 awards? Or am I tripping? Clutch Player, Defensive Player, and MVP. Wow, shout out to Wembanyama, man. That's pretty wild. But here's Jean-Bay first team. I doubt we obviously have anybody representing this for us at all. We weren't good. Well, actually, we have Carlo Makovic representing for all rookie second team. So shout out to Carlo here, getting some run. And honestly, him being a 24-year-old, 10-point per game, 1 block, this actually could be kind of a blessing. Carlo Matkovic could be our backup 5 going forward, which we already kind of have. I don't even know if he'll develop. I don't think I've ever seen him in the 2K sim, really. So, happy to have him, though. We'll take it. He could be our backup center for the future. I don't know how much he'll develop or whatever. But here was your player stats in the season. We had Fred VanVleet leading the way with 15. As you can imagine, this team was really bad, which is what I kind of wanted, obviously. So, we were 19-63 on the season, so we were really bad. Were we their worst record in the NBA, though? Yes, we were. So we should have the best odds at the #1 draft pick, but it usually doesn't always work out that way. So we'll see. And plus, with a new stretch, 6 or 32 teams, the odds are probably a little bit different now if I had to guess. So Chris Paul is going to retire, and here are the rest of your retirements. For the lottery, though, so what is our percentage at getting #1? It is going to be actually, it's still 14. So 14% chance I get the number 1 pick. The odds are is I feel like we probably won't get it. We'll probably fall to 5 or something. So let's see. Fingers crossed we at least stay in the top 3. That'd be a great way to start this rebuild, but we shall see. So we get, oh wow, we actually stayed at number 1. Damn, that's actually crazy. So was not expecting that, but I will absolutely take it, obviously. We get the opportunity to draft Flagg or Harper or Ace Bailey. I know Cooper Flagg, as I'm recording this, plays tomorrow. I believe he's playing anyway. I know he was hurt, but I think I saw that the plan is for him to play. So I'd definitely be looking and tuning into that, hopefully. So we got Mac as our head coach right now. I mean, we could go after Will Hardy or Jordy Fernandez or Bickerstaff or even Ime Udoka. Yeah, so I'm going for one of those guys. So let's get an actual head coach here. If we can land one, that is. So we actually don't have that much money, though. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get any of these guys. So we'll offer Ime Udoka. He's not going to sign that. We may not get any of these guys. And I guess Bickerstaff wouldn't be bad either. He's doing good with Detroit right now. Bickerstaff might sign. No, he's not even going to sign. So we literally lost out on everybody that we were going after there. Okay. So head coach not off to a good start. What about Fernandez? Let's give him a 2-year deal or something. And he will sign. So we get Jordy Fernandez to be our new head coach. All right. We'll have to rock with that. On draft night, as I just mentioned, we got the number 1 overall pick. And obviously this becomes a no-brainer. But we get to add Cooper Flagg to Las Vegas. So welcome to Las Vegas, Cooper Flagg. Very happy to have you. So feeling great about that. And now we have an early second rounder as well. So we have Johnny Broom, Colin Murray Boyles, Bogdan, Michael Ruzic. I think I might take Johnny Broom, or do we want to take a younger player instead? We can take Michael Ruzic as well, an 18-year-old, one of the younger prospects here. So let's take him out of Spain. We'll take an overseas player. So we have Flagg going forward. Maluak went number 2 to Miami. Interesting. Out of all things they could have chosen, that's one is very interesting. And then Ace Bailey fell to 4, and then Harper went to 3 to the Jazz, Edgecombe to the Wizards. Okay, so Flagg and Michael Ruzic is the way we start this rebuild, which isn't a bad start by any means. Fred VanVleet, obviously, we're going to decline that $45 million. Shout out to Fred VanVleet, but I can't pay him that much money. I don't think I'm even going to re-sign him either. So Isaiah Jackson could probably be let go, considering we have Carlo as our backup 5 potentially going forward, and we have Diabate as well if needed. So I actually don't think I'll have any plans to bring back Isaiah Jackson. I don't really think there's a need for that. Now, we do have a little bit of money to spend if we want to, but is there any free agent that's worth that? I mean, we could go after LeBron and bring him to Vegas, but I don't really know what that would really do. Cooper Flagg, I would love to just pair him with... Now, I don't even know what I'm looking for this offseason. Probably nothing. But right now, we have Carter, Keon Johnson-Okoro. Obviously, Flagg becomes the new starting small forward. And we could also move Ayo Dosunmu to one of the guard spots also. So, Dosunmu could be moved to point guard, shooting guard. I mean, he's going to go down, but I think I'd rather play him at guard than small forward. So, Keon Johnson-Okoro. Jerami Grant, would love to trade him as soon as possible. I was not trading the number 1 overall pick. Champagny, Mogbo, and then you have Carlo and Diabate at the moment. So we have money, like I said, but don't really know if there's anybody worth splurging on here. Because if there was somebody I wanted to grab, it would have to be somebody that I would love the idea of. And I just don't know if I see that right now. Because, like, some of the best players we can offer are going to be Quentin Grimes. Like, I want to get someone who's still somewhat young, and I don't really know if Grimes does that or does much for us. He's getting a damn good offer, and I don't know if I'm comfortable paying him that much money anyway. I know he's having a damn good stint with Philadelphia right now, but I think I'm going to pass on this free agency class and let our money roll over. So we pretty much have a full rotation anyway, so the only thing we're going to do is simply add Flagg this offseason. I just think it's better if we wait and be patient. Isaiah Jackson also comes back as qualifying offer, but we have Keon Johnson, Devin Carter. So the one thing I will say that the draft set us up with, we do have some young bench players going forward, like Mogbo, Carter, and Makovich, like, are guys that I immediately love coming off our bench. Even Dosunmu and Champagny aren't bad options. So just kind of depends on who we decide to keep. But yeah, we're pretty much set up with the bench extremely well, which is nice. The only thing I might look into is at the deadline, maybe we can find a way to use Jerami Grant's contract. That would be cool, just because I don't want it. But again, it's going to be a little bit tough to get rid of, but he's fine to stay here just for another moment. I'm not really anticipating on being good this season. While, yes, we did add Cooper Flagg, I don't think that makes us a contender overnight, obviously. So proficiency is still really bad, 2.5. Makovich is going to start. But obviously, Flagg is the, highlight here right now. Fans will watch, simply because Flagg is in Las Vegas. I mean, it's Las Vegas. I assume it'll be a good market anyway. But other thing I want to look at is Flagg shot distancy. I'm going to push it up just a tad bit. Just want him to score just a little bit more than he would. But I will see you guys at the end of year 2. Unless if I stop at the trade deadline, there is a possibility that Flagg just goes nuclear here and we make the playoffs. But my ideal goal here would be to tank again. And, you know, going back-to-back #1 overall picks would be amazing. I don't know if we'd get that lucky, but damn, would that be cool. But hopefully we can have a really bad record and end up in the lottery again, because that would be awesome. So Jokic wins MVP at the end of year 2. Cooper Flagg in the Las Vegas uniform wins Rookie of the Year, averaging 19, 8, and 3.5, which is all fantastic. But again, not a great season. It actually looked like for a second we were potentially about to make the playoffs, but we didn't, thankfully. Again, I think lottery is probably our best situation to be in. I actually think as soon as next year, though, we could probably be in the playoffs if I had to guess. If we have a good, eventful offseason, which I anticipate having, I think we'll be a contender, or maybe not a contender, but a playoff team next year for sure. So Flagg average 19, and here kind of the rest of your stats. Let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs, and let's see who goes on to win this bad boy. So it's gonna be Knicks, Mavericks, and the Knicks will go on to be the Mavericks in 5 games. For the retirements, Russell Westbrook's gonna retire in Houston, and Clay's retiring in Dallas. Let's go to the lottery. So, you know, fingers crossed we get lucky and jump up to 1, but we have a 4.5% chance here, so I doubt that would be actually the case. But hey, you never know, and we are going to get 8. So, damn, look at all the traded draft picks with the top 6. So, Crushables via Detroit is actually correct. That's from the Cat trade. Now, I will tell you, I actually have no idea if that pick is supposed to be protected. I barely ever see Detroit being this bad, I think, in the sim. So that's interesting. I know the Thunder and Utah pick is supposed to be fixed. The Rockets pick is supposed to be fixed. The Houston pick, I'm not 100% sure about for the Thunder. And then Pelicans, I think that's true too. But I know the Knicks and the Thunder definitely needs to be picked, so I have to fix it every freaking video. And then the Rockets pick as well from Brooklyn. Crushables via Detroit, I actually have no idea. So I might look into it really quickly, but I got to fix some draft picks, as you can tell. Quite a few things I need to address. Other than that, I will see you guys with who we take with pick number 8. So I indeed discovered that Pistons pick does belong to them. It's actually protected. So shout out to the Pistons for having it protected first, I guess. I'm going to see if I can get a better head coach, but oh, that is not what I meant to do. I'm just offered a GM, a head coaching job. That's not what I wanted at all. But I do acknowledge, though, that we don't have a great budget for a head coach. So hopefully we can get at least one of them. Like, does Jenkins want to go for us? So Joe Cavern obviously not, I think that was a GM I accidentally offered, but neither one of them are going to accept my offers, of course. So we are just missing out on head coaches today because our budget sucks. Kenny Atkinson's done a great job in Cleveland, but he is going to not, go for us either. Doug Christie, oh my gosh, the options are just horrible now. All right, let's go look at, I guess, the best offense we could possibly hire. So Sheldon Booker, but his defense sucks. Gerald Brewer. Or there's Trent Peterson, who's an assistant. Or there's Jacob Underwood, who's grit and grind or post-centric. I guess we got to go Gerald Brewer. Not going to be able to land an actual head coach today, which is really annoying so far. But sure, Gerald Brewer's our new head coach. So we move on from Jordi Fernandez already. And now for draft night, we have the 8th overall pick, as I mentioned. So I would love to kind of do what I did in the Blazers video, where we find a way to maybe trade down and, dump Jerami Grant's contract somehow. So if we kept the 8th overall pick, we'd probably get somebody decent, but I would not mind, like I said, trying to find a trade down scenario where we could dump Grant's contract to somebody else. So let's see if we can make it happen. So Jerami Grant to, let's say, I don't know, the Bucks, I guess, could make sense. He can reunite with Damian Lillard. I don't know if they have anything they could offer us, though. They have the 14th pick via the Pelicans from a pick swap. You could give me, so they're getting Grant in this situation. Can they just take us? Ooh, I guess they could just take his contract for some reason. I'm surprised by that. I assume because, Damian Lillard's expiring. Okay, I don't know if they actually could take his contract, but it appears they can. So would they just do 8 and Jerami Grant for 14? Like, can we just do that? And they agree. So we'll do that. So we get Jerami Grant's contract off our books. We fall to 14, though. Again, we just want to dump Grant's contract to the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll do that. And now we'll pick up 14 and still get a decent player. So We have Nate, we have Mikael Brown, we have Braden Burries, Isaiah Harwell, Kaden Boozer. But I do think I'll just start with taking Nate Ament here from Virginia. So welcome to the Las Vegas Venom, my friend. And AJ DeBanza went to the Thunder. We got Drake Powell in round 2. Not bad. Player option. Or did I say AJ DeBanza went to the Pistons, not the Thunder? Sorry. Carlo Carter, Mogbo, and then Ruzic will accept all of those. And then we should have plenty of money to spend also, which is great. So we have Cooper Flagg, Carlo, Devin Carter. Let's see what we got. So Carter, Isaac Coro, Cooper Flagg, Champagny, Mogbo, Nate, and then Carlo and Musa Diabate. So we do have money to throw some offers around if we want to. LeBron James is still not calling it quits, which is interesting. We have Luka Doncic, which feels like a little bit of a cop out if I just went for Luka. I might not do that today. I think that would just make it too easy. We already got lucky by getting Cooper Flagg. We have Paulo, Jalen Williams, Chet, who are all really young on their, obviously coming off their rookie contracts. More than likely, all three of those guys would get matched. But I mean, we could throw offer sheets at them and see what they do. We have plenty of money. So I'm going to throw Orlando or Paulo Banchero an offer. I'm going to throw Jalen Williams an offer. I'm going to throw Chet an offer. More than likely, we strike out on all three, but it's worth a shot. So let's see. So Jalen Williams actually agrees. No one else does. The Thunder will match, the Magic will match Paulo. Thunder will match Chet, and they match Jalen Williams. So we don't get either of them, but it was worth a shot, right? We had to try. If we don't get either of them, we're still in moratorium. We have Walker Kessler here, who's asked for way too much money. We have Shaedon Sharpe, which, I kind of like the idea of throwing Shaedon Sharpe an offer sheet. He is from, I'm tripping. I'm getting my colleges confused. I was about to say he's from the same college as Cooper Flagg, but he definitely isn't. Thinking of just two blue and white teams, but they're definitely different. So we also have Jabari or Tari Eason, but Shaedon Sharpe and Cooper Flagg definitely has my attention. So let's throw an offer sheet at Shaedon Sharpe. And we are not as someone offers, so he's not going to sign with us anyway. So we miss out on him too. But there's still some interesting options you can throw some sheets at. I guess, no, maybe even unrestricted free agents. So Mark Williams restricted, Tari Eason, or Jabari Smith Jr. Tari Eason seems to be a little bit cheaper. There's also Mathurin, Ivy, Sexton, Davion Mitchell, but the options get very slim after that. Now, I will tell you, we do need a backup center, or a starting center, I should say, also. So I'm definitely in the market for that. So there's Mitch Robinson, and then there's Mark Williams. Mark Williams is interesting. He is from Duke, so there's a connection with Cooper Flagg there, same alumni. So I think I am going to throw Mark Williams an offer, but I'm going to make it somewhat interesting. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal, $28 million, and see if he would do that. And we'll have to see what he responds to that with. And then I'm also going to throw an offer at... I was thinking about throwing an offer at Tari Eason, who would be kind of an interesting bring in here, and we could figure out where to play him. But I think we can make him work here as well. So let's see if we can get both those guys. We're going to give him a 3-year deal as well. We'll throw Mark Williams and Tari Eason offers and see what they say to them. So Mark Williams is going to sign with us, and so is Tari Eason. So we're splurging some money, but two guys that are still somewhat young that will help out Cooper Flagg on a potential playoff pursuit this season. So that feels really good. Still have a little bit money left over to do some other things if we wanted to. Actually, a lot more money left over. So we have our power forward and our center, which is figured out. Awesome. So Mark Williams and then Carlo Matkovic, Champagny, who could actually, we would move Champagny to the 3 right now. So move Champagny to the 3 because he'll go up at an 80 overall. So that's figured out there. Mobo and Nate Ament will figure out the power forward. And then backup center, we got plenty of depth there. Champagny, Flagg, Okoro. So I guess to me, the backcourt is where it needs figured out now. And it looks like we have enough money to sign someone in the backcourt. And I'm kind of low-key looking at AJ Mitchell here. And I've had him in some videos. And does he become a beast? There's also other options like Ivy, which I don't want Jaden Ivey. I actually kind of like the idea of bringing AJ Mitchell in. This man just ends up being a freaking stud for whatever reason. So we're so cheap right now that we have $29 million even after this. So we can sign AJ Mitchell. So we're just going crazy in free agency right now. So AJ Mitchell as a starting point guard moves me, I think. And then we still have $29 million to offer at a shooting guard if we want to, which I think we should. So we can go for Christian Brown, which I actually don't hate the idea of because he would just be another role player that fit extremely well next to Cooper Flagg. So instead of going for Jaden Ivey, Give me an offer on Christian Brown, and we'll give him same thing, 3-year deals across the board. And these will all match up with, Cooper Flagg's rookie contract, and we can evaluate when those are done. So Mitchell, Christian Brown, both signed, and to me, that feels like a very successful offseason. These guys all fit extremely well around Cooper Flagg, and that gives him a legitimate 5-man unit around him. So I love it. I actually love it. I think that offseason turned out beautiful. We had way too much money, but it worked out. So Flagg's up to an 86. He is clearly by far and away going to be our best player. Seeing Brown regress definitely sucks because we just handed him a lot of money, but he's going to be a damn good role player. Carter's up to an 81. Mogbo is up, and Makovic is actually down. So Diabate and him will fight over that backup 5 spot. But man, I'm kind of excited for this rotation for year 3. I do think a playoff team is here. So I assume that a playoff team, or say a playoff run, will happen. Let's go look at the rotation, and let's go see if we're right in that assumption. Yeah, 2K is pretty high on us. We're power ranked 7th overall, which is great. If only we had a better head coach that I'd feel better about, but it's all good. We'll just have to rock with it. What is Flagg's best system? It is balance, so we'll just move it to balance, a simple balance. We'll rock with that. So I'm feeling good about the possibilities of what this year could be, though, because Flagg is going to be able to score a ton of buckets. There's not a ton of guys here that are going to take shots away from him, but they all fit extremely well around him. So Carter, Christian Brown, Flagg, Tari Eason, and Mark Williams, with AJ Mitchell, Mogbo, Champagny, and Okoro all off the bench. So that leaves Diabate and Carlo out. I do want them to play, so we have a 5-man coming off the bench. So Makovic will get that role still. And then the only other thing I want to look at is obviously Flagg shot tendency is where I want it to be. I want him to be an absolute stud this year, obviously. And then who do I want to score next to him? So AJ Mitchell has 77 shots tendency off the bench. I guess we can give Tari Eason maybe some run, or Brown. I mean, we can give them kind of a perspective both. I guess we can go like 67 shot tendencies to both of them and kind of see how that goes. So I will see you guys at the end of, what is this, year 3 at this point. We've been tanking the last 2 years, but the expectation is hopefully this year a playoff run is coming. Now, we're not off to a good start, but it looks like it's starting to turn itself around. So we'll have to see how it finishes out, but my expectation is winning a championship. Or, sorry, not winning championship, making the playoffs this year, and then we can evaluate from there. Do we need to add a second co-star in the future? Are we even going to make the playoffs this year? So far, we're off to a rocky start. It's okay. Maybe a play-in appearance is also going to happen. But enough yapping. I will see you guys at the end of year 3, and we'll evaluate on how the playoff run goes if we're in there. So at the end of year 3, Wemby wins MVP. Boozer is your rookie of the year in Utah. Caspers is your 6-man in Seattle. So that's shout out to him. Wemby defensive player. Ace Bailey most improved in Detroit. So he's doing great. So they have Ace Bailey and AJ DeBanza with Cade Cunningham. That's a damn good unit that Detroit has going on right now. So we might be seeing them in the finals later on if we do make the finals, because Pistons are brewing something special. But Cooper Flagg finally makes an All-NBA team. I mean, it's only his 3rd season, right? So, like, I guess this isn't finally, but... Or no, it's the 2nd season. So 19 and then 22 this year. So pretty good. We'll take it. And then All-NBA 3rd team and All-Defensive 1st team and All-Defensive 2nd team. So great stuff across the board. We didn't have any All-Rookie team representatives, but I do believe our rookie wasn't even playing anyway. So we're the 5th seed in the West. So we did make the playoffs. And we had Flagg leading the way with 22. AJ Mitchell was 17 on the bench. Brown was 16. Mark Williams with 12, 8, and a block. 12 from Tari Eason, 11 from Carter. So not too shabby. I feel like the role players around Cooper Flagg were awesome, which is great. But again, I kind of want to see how this playoff run goes and see how he does. We need to figure out if we should add a second scorer next to him. I'm sure we should regardless, but I want to see just how he responds being the lone guy here. That's kind of relied on. That could be a problem in the postseason, obviously, but we'll see. So we are going to go down to a 9-man rotation in the playoffs. So we'll see how this rocks out. So AJ Mitchell is going to start, which he is our 2nd scorer right now, averaging 17. Man is just a stud in the 2K sim for whatever reason, but shout out to him. So game 1 goes to Minnesota. They beat us out pretty badly. So we had 26 from Dillingham. Flagg only had 8 points, 4 from 18. Not great. Not a great start to his playoff run. Game 2 to Minnesota again. Does Flagg have a better game this time? He does with 23. We do win game 3 though. So game 3 goes to us, 28 and then 24. Game 4 also goes to us. We tie the series. We are not dead yet. And now we're going to go to Simcast for game 5, I feel like. So let's go do that right now. And let's see what they think. So I'm going to leave the starting unit the same, because I like AJ Mitchell kind of being a starter with Flagg in the postseason. But It's going to be a close game 5. But we're going to win 115-103. Again, maybe our second scorer is just going to be AJ Mitchell, man. Maybe we don't even need to worry about doing anything crazy. I don't know. It could be crazy to just rely on him for the rest of the video, but he is such a freaking sneaky stud in the 2K sim. I don't even know why. But regardless, can we win game 6 and avoid a game 7? We might be able to, but it's going to be close. They're going to force a game 7, though. Okay. So they want to start Devin Carter again, which I don't know if I agree with that. They want to bring Brown and Mitchell off the bench, but I guess if they feel that's best, we'll listen to the 2K's advice for game 7 on the road in Minnesota. We have the lead right now, but they take it right back. We ever get back the lead here, and it is a 2-point game with 53 seconds left. So let's watch the end of this. This shouldn't take too long unless, of course, overtime is forced, but do we have the ball? We do. So hopefully, is Flagg out here? He is not out there on the floor right now, which I find very interesting. But I guess, is he fouled out? Because that's the only justification I could think that he's not on the floor right now. He has 2 fouls. Why? Okay, let me call timeout. Actually, we don't have one, so we can't even call timeout. So never mind about that. So let's see if I can't just get this. I don't even know why I'm playing this right now. I think I was gonna call timeout, then I realized I couldn't. So now I'm out here playing when I shouldn't be. So let's just see if I can't get a tied basket here and foul me. Nope. Okay. Well, that's what I get. So I don't know why Flagg isn't on the floor right now. I would have called a timeout. We left Edwards wide open, and he's going to make us pay for it. And again, don't understand why Flagg is not out here, but it's probably too late to fix it now. So let's just try to get it to Tar Eason and shoot a 3. And it goes down. So we're actually not dead yet. 110 to 112. So we're going to have to foul. And we'll foul Anthony Edwards. And we'll see if Edwards screws up the free throw line, but I highly doubt it. I'm very annoyed by the fact that I don't even know why I played. Probably shouldn't have. I don't think we're going to championship this year anyway. Don't get me wrong. But Edwards is going to make both. So Flagg is at least on the floor now. Don't know why that wasn't the case to begin with. But let's see if we can't make a quick basket or something. So I'm just going to take this to the basket. And actually have, well, that's Mark Williams wide open, so that's not really going to help us. We have 12 seconds left. I'm going to shoot a 3 up with Flagg, and it does not go in, but we get an offensive rebound, so we're not dead yet. Mark Williams with a huge offensive board. I would love, if the ball went somewhere other than Edwards, but we have to hope he misses one, and I don't think he will, obviously. So first one is going in. It's nothing but net. Second one, I assume, will be kind of the same situation, and he makes both. Okay, so we're going to have to shoot a very quick 3. So let's see if I can get it across the floor. 5 seconds left, 4. And that will not go down. So we're going to lose. It's all good, though. So to get to the offseason, I still think a second star probably needs to be acquired. So we're going to go look into that. And we'll hope that next year could be a year where we go further in the playoffs. Maybe even win a championship. So I guess the one thing we can hang our hat on is we did push the Minnesota Timberwolves to 7 games. So that's cool. We can be happy about that. Harden retired in Seattle, which is fun. Let's go to the lottery. So we got Pelicans number 1. And obviously, I don't think we've traded for anybody's picks. And we haven't even traded our own picks yet. We haven't made an aggressive trade. We've been aggressive through free agency. I still would like a better head coach too, but I just don't know if we're going to be able to get one today. I mean, we did good with this guy, but I'm going to still try for a new head coach. The odds we get one seem pretty slim today. Unfortunately, our budget sucks, but I'm just going to try anyway. So Tyronn Lue, I don't think I've made an offer on. More than likely, I get none of them, and that will be the case. So we miss out again. Quinn Snyder, what you think? He is not going to accept our offer either. There's Charles Lee. Can we get Charles Lee at least? No, he is. Damn, we can't get a single freaking person. What about Willie Green? Yeah, I guess the most real head coach we can get is Willie Green. Nice. All right. Well, on draft night, I am in the business of potentially trying to trade for a... Well, I actually don't know if we're going to be able to right now. We have Nate's... Well, you know what? Let's just draft first, and then we can look into trades. So, pick 22 in this draft. So let's see what we can do here. So, we have Daniel Jacobson, Keon Anthony, Jerome Morrison, Darius Adams, or Montgomery. So, give me... I guess... I think it's Carmelo Anthony's son. So, give me Keon Anthony. So he'll be a 71 overall and then 68 in round, or 68 overall. But we're going to actually send him to a normal contract. Drake Powell will be accepted. And then qualifying offers, Mogbo and Carlo Makovic are free agents. And then we have Wemby as a free agent. Now, we don't have cap space anymore, obviously. But we do have a little bit of money to spend in free agents if we want to. which we will be doing in here in just a second. But now I need to kind of figure out who could be a second star that we could acquire. I think would be kind of the most ideal thing if we could figure that out. So I like Cooper Flagg, obviously, but if we can get a second star here, that would be most ideal. So let's see if we can bring in another scorer to take some pressure off of Flagg and have a contender next year. So I have an interesting idea. Instead of trading for an established star, I wonder if I can trade for a decent player such as Peterson or VJ Edgecombe off the Washington Wizards, because I feel like they could find a way to get rid of at least one of them, right? Obviously, Peterson's from the 2026 draft class, VJ Edgecombe from the same draft class as Cooper Flagg. So either one of them I think would be pretty cool. So I'm going to try for both of them and see if we can't land one of them, because I think they could be second stars next to Cooper Flagg, basically, is what I have in mind. So I'm going to offer, I guess, Nate here, who we just drafted last year, has not played for us, but he has plenty of trade value. Keon Anthony as well. And then let's say we threw in Drake Powell, and then let's say we get a little crazy with our picks, but we want to go for help for Cooper Flagg, and I think Edgecombe could bring that to the table. So would this do it? Is this enough for him? Wow, that was enough. So that actually didn't even cost us a whole lot, and we have VJ Edgecombe now. So I love that. So Edgecombe becomes probably the second guy to take some pressure off of Cooper Flagg, and then Edgecombe is still super cheap for another year after this too. So that's great, which is what we wanted. So AJ Mitchell, Devin Carter still looks great for me. Edgecombe, Brown, Cooper Flagg, Shinpenny, Tari Eason, and then all we really need to do now is figure out our backup center and backup power forward situation, which was Mogbo and Makovich last year, or Diabate. Which one would we rather have? That was the question. Looks like Makovich was the one getting the run last year, but we could maybe even go for a different 5 situation. But it looks like we have to choose between one of them, unfortunately, which I'm going to go ahead and give it to Diabate, I think, just because I like, I don't know if I can say I like his potential more, but I guess that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And then I'm going to give Mogbo a 2-year deal as well to bring him back on a decent little contract. So we'll bring these guys back. We're going to renounce everybody else. I don't think I'm bringing Makovich back. I think we've chosen Diabate to be the backup 5. But Edgecombe is the second star acquired to put next to Cooper Flagg. We'll see if that pays off. Mitchell will still be a stud as well. But let's go look at player progression. We got Edgecombe up to an 85, Mark Williams up to an 86, AJ Mitchell is up to an 84. Tari Eason's already an 84. Obviously, Brown's an 84. So this looks good. I think this could be a team that could win a championship, because Edgecombe shot tendency is up to an 80, which is great. AJ Mitchell's can be regressed just a little bit, and then Tari Eason's and Brown's is probably at a good spot too. So this could be a damn good team next year. That's what I'm anticipating anyway. So we'll see if my anticipation is correct, and I'll show you guys rotation for year number 4, I believe. So Power Ranking has us first overall, which is fantastic, as we're 4-star balanced, but also could be, so we'll move Willie Green's system to balanced, obviously, here in just a second. But here it is. So AJ Mitchell, Edgecombe, Flagg, Tari Eason, Mark Williams, Christian Brown, Devin Carter, Mogbo, and Shinpenny, and then Diabate. I mean, to me, this looks like a contender. I just think. That's what I think anyway. Will it be that way? We'll have to find out. But let's simulate like the first few games. So we're going to start off 4-1 so far, which is a great start. 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1. Yeah, this team is going to be good. I have a great feeling about this. I don't know if we'll win a championship this year, but there is signs that it could happen. We'll see how we finish the season out. Hopefully we finish strong, and hopefully we're the first seed in the West, and we can make something happen this year as far as bringing home a title to Las Vegas. So Jokic is in a Lakers uniform to end this season. I wonder if Luka is still there too. I mean, it looked like Luka was going to sign long-term when he was a free agent, so the Lakers may have formed that. And I remember doing a video about that. If Jokic, Jokic and Luka being formed in LA would be weird. But as you can tell, the season went extremely good. We 63-19. Shaw's your executive. Things went extremely well. So All-NBA first team, Jokic and Luka Doncic is there. So there is a formed duo in LA between Jokic and Doncic. So that's a problem for us, obviously, because we're going to deal with them. Assuming we, I guess, match up with them somehow. So 23 points from Cooper Flagg this year. No Edgecombe or anything like that. And here's all rookie first team and all rookie second team. So we're the first seed. Wow, the Lakers are actually in the plan. Dude, we could see them in round 1, couldn't we? Because, well, Unless, well, they would have to lose, wouldn't they? They'd have to lose, and then they have to win the next. Dude, I don't want to see them in round 1. That sounds awful. But let's look at the rest of the stats. So player stats, we had 23 from Cooper Flagg, 18 from VJ Edgecombe, 15 from Brown, 14 from Mitchell, 13 from Mark Williams, 11 from Devin Carter, 9, 8.5, and 6. Well, let's see who we get to play. So the Lakers win right away. They do. So we don't have to see them yet, which is good. I didn't want to deal with them in round 1. That sounded awful. We get to play the Grizzlies. So I can live with that. The Grizzlies, even though they should be a good team on paper in 2K, they always aren't great in the sim, I've noticed. So I assume we should be able to take. It's funny because usually when I was starting. Oh wow, the Lakers got eliminated too, so we don't even have to deal with that. I assume they just didn't have a good team around them, I guess. I mean, it's not bad looking, but just not good enough. The Thunder were a better team on paper. But I would say every time I start talking crap on a team, they like beat me. So let me just not say a word. We get to play the Pelicans now, who have a pretty good team for sure. So Trey Murray, Zion, Noah, Missy. So it's a good looking team. Gigi Jackson's there. Very, 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 very deep. So we're up 1-0. We're up 2-0. So far, so good. And we are going to have a tight series. So now we got to go to a game 5 and hoping that we can win. Which, by the way, I think we're still running a 10-minute rotation. So let's get rid of that. And let's go to a, 50, bench utilization or whatever. Then we'll put Devin Carter in, which is fine. But we're 9-minute rotation now. So hopefully that gives us a better flow for game 5. And it looks good right now. And we are going to win 97-126. So 30-20 from Flagg. If we're able to win games, I didn't mean to start it, but whatever. So they wanted to give more minutes to Christian Brown. So I guess Brown was going to start maybe this game, but as long as we hang on, we're going to the conference finals, and we do hang on. 104-94, so that's 2 games, 6 series in a row. And now it's time to play the Thunder, which we try to steal 2 of their players in Detroit. As I mentioned, I said it earlier, foreshadowing, I said we might see them later in the finals based off having Ace Bailey, Cade Cunningham, and AJ DeBanza. And it might come to fruition here. Now, we got to beat the Thunder first, obviously, so don't get too ahead of myself. But obviously, the Thunder have a damn good team on paper right now, so this is not going to be an easy series. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2, we even it up. Detroit's in an even series with Atlanta so far as well. Game 3 goes to us. So far, so good. 2-2. So this could at least go. Oh, Detroit took care of Atlanta pretty easily. So we got a tough game 5 ahead of us. Now, we are at home here, so let's see if we can't take advantage of that opportunity. Have a nice little lead here as long as we hang on, but they might get back in it. They do not. So we're going to win game 5. We win game 6, though, is the question. They want to put Mogbo in, I guess, as the starter. Sure. Rock with that and see what that has in store. So this is going to be a close game 6, but I prefer not to go to a game 7, but it looks like we will. Unless, looked like we almost took it at the end. I think we did, and they took it right back. So Eason's going to be back in there. Fingers crossed we don't lose game 7 after being up 3-2. And we got a close one. The Thunder have had the lead most of the game. And they're going to take it, aren't they? Unless, nope, we take it at the end. But it's a 5-point game. And we will win just barely. That was too close for comfort. But 24 from Brown to help us off the bench. So shout out to Christian Brown. And now we get to play the Pistons, like I said. So now we got Cade Cunningham, Ace Bailey, AJ DeBanza, Ron Holland, Jalen Duren, and Asar Thompson. This is a damn good team that we're about to deal with. So we got we need all hands on deck here. So game 1 goes to Detroit. Game 2, we even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4, wow. Game 4 goes to us. And if we beat them in 5, we're going to be champions. We're going to be celebrating a trophy in front of our Vegas fans. Let's see if we can't take care of business here. And we're going to blow them out. Wow. They weren't even close to touching us here. So we are going to win game 6, or is this game 5? Game 5 or game 6, pretty convincingly. 98-131, and what a banger way to end this video off. I love this video so much more than the one I recorded this morning, honestly. Not even, no BS. I just feel like the moves I made in this morning's video were just not, I don't know. I just weren't proud of them by the end of it. Again, I think it had to be with being stressed out about something that was going on. But regardless, we're going to miss both free throws of Mark Williams. Thankfully, it's not a close game because that would have been awful if it was. All right. And then I'd love to put in my starters so they can be the ones celebrating with the trophy. I hate it when, okay, so they're going to, Cade, he's going to get absolutely pummeled here. And they could, oh no, we got, okay. So I'm just going to run out of bounds so we can sub in our starters. That way our stars are gonna be the ones celebrating, because I hate it how the reserves like get all the shine there. When it's just the ones who are on the floor basically get the, I guess, the cutscene or whatever you want to call it. So Ace Bailey has the ball and he's just gonna dribble it out, it looks like. So we're gonna beat this is a nice looking court, by the way. So whoever designed this, they did a damn good job. Just like that, that's a great way to end this Las Vegas rebuild off, and we will be happy with that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Uniforms look beautiful too. So oh, I skipped the cutscene, so I meant to do that, did not mean. Well, that sucks. Well, that's fine, whatever. We won, that's all that matters. I guess we can go see who wins finals MVP really quickly before we head out of here. But we got the championship, and Cobra Flagg, of course, wins finals MVP. No surprise. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see y'all in the next one. Please have a great weekend. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.